Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am just about to head out for a 10-mile run, all going well. I'm going to stick the newest addition to the running shoe collection on, which are these Hoka Clifton 9s. I'm going to try and be really sensible. My running's been a little bit up and down just recently, so I'm going to try and not go cross country. I'm not going to go off-road. I'm not going to try and throw any big hills in. Put this down. I'm just going to try and do a very flat, very sensible, very controlled 10 miles. It's a beautiful autumn morning. It's about 11, 12 degrees C. Sun's not out. These shoes are tight. Even got long sleeves on. But yeah, I'm going to get my shoes on. I'm going to head off. I'm going to take you along with me. So yeah, it's a gorgeous, crisp autumn morning, 10, 11 degrees, no wind, no sun, lovely and peaceful, just the birds I can hear, the occasional buzzard. Autumn is in the trees, as you can see, but yeah, it's time to head out. And hopefully I'm going to run slow enough that I can actually give you a training update, let you know how things are going. Feels like we've been running in crazy hot weather for months and months and months. So now that it's finally cooling off, I'm absolutely made up. It's been far too hot for me this summer, but now much nicer temperature. So following my DNF at the big London half, what was it, a couple of weeks ago I suppose, I decided to pull out of Valencia Marathon. There's no way I was going to get the time that I wanted there. And so I decided that rather than go all the way over there, struggle myself around to get a time I'm not happy with, I just thought I would withdraw, sell my place to somebody else, and then focus on trying to get fit again, with a target of the New Year's Day 10K, which is a race I've done 10 or 12 times before. Really enjoy it. Lovely local club race. Great way to start the year. And decided to just have a 12-week block building towards that and try and get some speed back. So what I decided to do is be a lot smarter with how I train. I thought I was being smart, but when I looked at it and compared it to other YouTubers or other athletes that I follow, I realised I wasn't being smart at all. My easy runs were far, far too fast. I've been trying to do videos like this, talking to the camera, doing an easy run, and not even be able to talk. I'm working too hard. You've probably seen it yourself. If I'm doing an easy run at 8:45 minute miling my heart rate's up in the 160s. It's not easy enough. So I need to make my easy runs easier. Starting like this, I'm going to do videos, but I'm going to walk a bit while I say what I need to say. Then I'm going to crack on, try and keep it outside of 9-minute miles. Watching John Broom's video last night, training for sub 19, got me thinking. He was doing his easy warm-up at 9:15 miling, and he's going for a sub 19 5k. I need to take a leaf out of his book and be smarter about it. Now, the other thing I decided was, if I'm training for a 10k on New Year's Day, then I need to get 5k speed quicker. Obviously, it works hand in hand. Kilometre speed quicker, 800 speed quicker. I need to work on my speed. So what I do when I'm not running is I'm a level 2 coach for Halston Running Club, and I set all of their running club sessions. And I often find myself coming up with elaborate sessions for them and then do my own thing running home from coaching. And I realise I'm missing a trick. I'm missing a huge trick. What do all the running club members? They want 5 and 10k speed, which is generally what their sessions are about anyway. But if I'm coming up with a 5 and 10k speed plan for myself over the next 10 or 12 weeks, why can't it work for them as well? Obviously, if I'm looking for a progression through my training sessions, then it's only fair that I do exactly the same thing for the club athletes. And that means when I'm not, on the weeks I'm not running, the weeks I'm not coaching, I can do the running club session that I've set, which is a 5 or 10k speed session, working for myself as well as for the athletes. I can join in, and rather than doing my session on the way home in the dark after coaching, I can do it around the 400 grass track with the other athletes, using them for motivation, using them to keep me driving on. Because I often struggle on my own. These days I struggle on my own. And when do I run best? When I'm with other people. So first thing I'm going to do is, I've got my plan in line with the running club plan. We're doing the same plan over the next 10 or 12 weeks. Right, I'm going to crack on for a bit further and I'll catch up in a minute. So I'd definitely say if I can't talk to the camera, then it's not an easy pace, is it? So I need to work on my easy pace, get that sensible, get my heart rate down to 140 to 150 rather than 150 to 170. My max being about 195. So it's a bit of an effort to try and get these easy runs slow enough, but I'm going to do it. This plan's been in force for 2 weeks now, and I'm trying to do the right things. Now, something I've been aware of for many, many years, something a friend of mine told me about, 15 years ago, was how a lot of athletes don't do the slow stuff slow enough or the fast stuff fast enough. And I know that's so true for me. I know over the last 4 years or so, I've probably done about 10 marathons, only racing a couple of them. I've done lots of pacing marathons, pacing half marathons, and actually not a great deal of racing in between. I've even been pacing a lot of effort sessions or doing them controlled. And obviously if you don't test your speed, you lose it, which is exactly what's happened to me over the last few years. Slow this down. If I can't talk, it's too quick. Gonna walk again because there's stuff I want to say and I'm really rubbish at running slow enough. So I'm just going to put a few walking breaks in. So yeah, over the last few years, I've raced 2 5Ks, not raced a park run in a few years. I'm not racing enough. I know I've definitely not been racing enough. You have to test out what you got, I know this, and I've not been doing it. So this 12-week plan, first thing I've done is put in a hard 5K at parkrun every 2 weeks. Now I'm an event director and run director at parkrun, so I've had to select the events that I'm run director at, fit them around my training, which is fine, I can do that. I've got a hell of a good team of run directors with me. So I'm racing a parkrun every 2 weeks. Did one yesterday, did one 2 weeks ago, which was like the starting point for this block. And then the first effort session I did in the first week was At running club, I had a choice of either 8 or 10 by 400 meters with walk recoveries. Perfect. I did 10. I think I was running with a pack of guys. Loved it. Started out about 6:45 pace, whittled it down to the end to about 6:05 pacing. I think some of these numbers might be guesstimations because I didn't research what I've done for this video in advance, obviously, but I think I started out about 6:40 pace down to about 6:05 pace. Being chased, absolutely loved it. So that was 10 by 400s. Then last week, which is the second session, I did, what was it? 6 by 800. 6 by 800 efforts. And what I said to everyone during the club session was, remember your times, it's on the same track. Aim to just be a few seconds slower than the 400s per lap for the 800s. So on the 800s, I think my target was about 6:55 minute miling. And I think I did 6:45 minute miling down to about 6:30, I seem to remember. I was really pleased with them, and I've not run 800s that hard before. I don't know if you watched the previous video, but 3 or 4 weeks ago I was struggling to do 7 minute miling for 4 minute efforts on my own. My head goes, I give up, that sort of stuff. But yeah, racing doing this track session with 3 or 4 other guys, I was getting down to 6:30s at the end of the 800s and loved it. So 5k times, that's what you want to know. 2 weeks ago, and bearing in mind Halston Magpies Parkrun is a hard parkrun course. We've got 47 corners, it's on grass, switchbacks all over the place. They're all sharp corners, there's no bends, they're all over 90 or 180 degrees. It's a tough little course. 3 laps, but if I can do that 3 or 4 times, maybe chuck in a couple of faster parkrun courses just to give myself a real test, then that will help me get back into feeling what it's like to work hard, knowing what my 5k pace is, that sort of stuff. So the first one I did to kick off this block of training, I did 22:13, and typical noob error, I went out too fast, went out 7 minute miling. Average by the end I think was like 7:10 miling, and I threw up in my mouth a little bit right at the end, and I have only done a little finish line throw up once before, I think, and that was on a 10-mile time trial. So 22:13 I did 2 weeks ago, average 7:10 miling. Then I did the 400s on the Tuesday, then I did the 800s Tuesday just gone, and then this parkrun yesterday I did 21:47, so 30 seconds quicker. Pacing was a lot better. I did, my mile splits were 7:02, 7:03, 7:02, and then like 6:35 for the last little bit. So a nice bit of improvement already, and I really enjoyed the session. Oh yeah. And so the next parkrun, hard parkrun, 2 weeks time, I'm actually going to go somewhere fast, either Eaton Park in Norwich, which is a quick one, or Galston over on the coast, which again was actually where my PB is for parkrun. So 19:13 I did over at Galston. So the next one's going to be, I'm going to go somewhere faster and have a good go at maybe getting a good 30 or 40 seconds off that. I think if I go somewhere quicker, there's a good chunk of time in there. I'm not very strong on grass circuits. So anyway, let's crack on, get another couple of miles done. I need to get my heart rate down. We'll catch up again. Tell you what, there's such a beautiful chill in the air. It is gorgeous. I'm hoping this will give me some extra speed as well. Temperature being a bit cooler. Like with the big London half, my heart rate really struggles in the heat. So this coming Tuesday, 2 days time, I've got K efforts. So I'm hoping to do 6 by 1k efforts. The club session will actually be 5 for the steadier runners and 6 for the quicker runners. So the sessions always sort of tie up so that we all finish at the same time. So 6 by 1k effort. And I think the target for that is going to be about 6:50 miling. And if I can do 6 by 1k at 6:50 miling, hopefully finishing stronger, which we all seem to do, and I hope to try and do as well, then that will stand me in good stead for my next hard 5k, where having done 7:02 on a hard course just this weekend, I hope to do something like 650. So alongside the effort sessions, I've got one effort session a week. I'm also doing easy runs. So this week it's 5 runs this week, a hard park run, effort session, and 3 easy runs, of which this is the long run. I did 2 in the week, so this is the long run. I'm not trying to go crazy with those. So this one I'm doing 8 miles, trying to keep the effort down, walking if I need to, which gets the heart rate down. But 8 miles, I don't need to be doing marathon mileage. I think that's been my problem for too long. I've been doing marathon mileage and then wondering why I'm getting slower. Well, I'm not putting the races in. I'm not doing the fast stuff. So hopefully this revolutionary training that I'm doing is only revolutionary because I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to race the hard stuff. I'm trying to do the proper stuff. I'm not trying to be overly technical with it, just do the basics. I think if you can do the basics 80% of the time, you're in a good place. I mean, weight-wise, I'm currently about 78, high 78, low 79 kg, and I want to get that down. I'm not being overly crazy with my goals. I'm not going to want to try and get down to 69 kg or anything ridiculous, because that's not reachable right now. If I can just get back down to 75 kg, then that's where I have been for quite a few years, and I know what my running's like at that weight. So if I can get down to a sensible 75 kg, then that's a good, with my speed having improved, then I hope to be in a good place. Medical history wise, or medical update, you might know I've been having tests on my chest. I get the results from the camera I had in my lungs a month ago in January. I got a phone call meeting with the doctor in January, which is 3 months away. But until then, they have told me I'm a little bit asthmatic, so they've given me one inhaler to start using straight away, which I feel like it's helped. They did these breathing tests on me, sealed me in a glass box, gave me a mask and a nose clip, and told me to do lots of breathing in and out and breathing explosive breaths and big breaths and hold your breath as long as you can, all this sort of stuff. And I got partial results back from that, which said that I'm a little bit asthmatic and a bit of salbutamol will help. So that's one thing I'm on straight away. I think it's very easy when you're wanting to set yourself targets to go all out and think, I'm going to do double run days. I'm going to do the Norwegian 4-minute reps at threshold minus 10 seconds and all this super technical stuff, which you think is revolutionary. But what we've been doing for donkey's years, it's just sensible, easy to manage effort sessions, nail them hard as you can, put the work in, race as often as you can, and look for the improvements and look for the results. And that's what I'm going to try and do. Not be overly technical, just be consistent. Now, when I did last race to 5k last year, was it last year? Yeah, it was. I did, target was sub 21, and I actually ran 20:28, which I was super pleased with. Felt really strong. Felt like sub 20 might still be in there somewhere. So I think for now, the target is get back under 21 minutes and see where we're at then. Strength training is a must as well, so I'm doing that alongside these runs too. So for now, consistency, hard work, effort sessions, and let's go get that sub 21. And I also find that holding an iPhone like this is hard work, so I definitely know I need to do some arm strength training or get a lighter camera. But yeah, strength training definitely is going to help. Been trying to persuade my 25-year-old son to come out of gym bro retirement and start helping me, so hopefully that might happen soon. But for now, yeah, let's just crack on being consistent and training hard. And we're coming back down the hill to finish. 8 miles in the bag, nothing crazy. If you're still watching, I thank you very much. I think I'm probably going to go through the actual stats of my training in a separate video, because I love to talk about the numbers, a bit geeky like that. I think I'll do maybe a 2-weekly video for how the training is going. Is that the end of my 8 miles? Yeah. I'll stop it there and walk the rest. Yeah, I think I'll do a separate stat video for the training, the intervals and the efforts and the park runs and stuff I'm doing. I'd quite like to do that. Let me know if there's anything you want me to put in that. anything you want to know about my training. But for now, rest, recovery, back home, got some firewood to chop up, lunch to have, and some bits and pieces to do. So anyway, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.